Going on, team? Matt here from the PT Profit Leverage and Lifestyle Show. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm officially back from Fiji. I just got back about a week ago. Oh, sorry, a couple of days ago. Losing track of time at the moment. Still on Fiji time. Uh, but I thought this episode would be perfect to actually explain how to actually get paid or how to still get paid while traveling. I get this question quite a lot about personal trainers wanting to know how to get paid while traveling, because most personal trainers actually still trade time for money. So I'm going to go through, firstly, how you're able to do the same thing. Now, for those who don't know, yes, I do business coaching, but I'm also still an online trainer. All the clients that I move online are still like I've lost a couple of them, but majority of them are still coaching with me online. So, I'm still in the trenches with you guys as well. Still, online PT. I don't do any face-to-face anymore, but I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was a face-to-face trainer and what I was doing when I was doing face-to-face, because I still traveled. Went on my honeymoon last year. I travel 2 or 3 times a year at least. And I'm sure you guys have the same aspirations of wanting to travel. If you want to. You don't necessarily have to travel, but of course, if you want to travel, we want to show you a way that you can still do that. So let's get stuck in. Let's explain what the usual scenario is first for personal trainers, then I'll go through how to actually get those results. So what usually happens is personal trainers trade time for money. So if they're not trading the time for money, they're not getting paid. That's the current scenario for most personal trainers. Meaning, and I just spoke to someone else today about this, they're charging, $75 for 45 minutes, which is great. But what happens when they go away? And what happens is this person said, "Oh yeah, I'll just give them a program included, and then I'll just pause the payments when I go away." I'm like, okay, cool. So there's no real incentive for you to actually go away on a holiday and enjoy yourself and actually have a really good lifestyle, is there? Which, sadly, probably 90% of trainers feel the same way, and they feel like they can't actually take time off because otherwise the business won't operate or the business won't be able to grow, et cetera, et cetera. So it's one thing to be able to take time off and get paid, but it's another thing to take time off in the business to still grow. That's a whole nother level, which we'll touch on today. So yeah, as I said, most personal trainers are still trading time for money. And they're not charging for the additional stuff that they do behind the scenes, but they're not trading time for money. So they're not differentiating the two things. So when you go away, you have no option but to just pause their payments. Now, there's a couple of options that you can do here. This is what some people do. Some people will pause their payments and say, look, we'll just continue the sessions when you get back. Here's your training program to follow while I'm away. And then you pretty much just switch off and they come back and they're like, oh, no, I don't need the PT sessions anymore. I can just follow the program. Thanks so much. And you just lose income as soon as you come back from holidays. What a great outcome. No, I'm just kidding. We don't want to do that. The second option is you do makeup sessions. Now, I used to do this. One of my previous mentors told me to do this, which I get that it is a good idea. However, what if you're doing 40 or 50 sessions a week, like I used to do, and you've got to make up 40 sessions? If you're going away for 2 weeks, that's 80 sessions you need to make up on top of the 40 sessions you're doing on a regular basis. So you're going to have to basically do 50 or 60 sessions a week for like a couple of weeks before you go away. So it's going to burn you out before you go away. Or when you come back, you don't even want to be at work. You still want to be on holidays. You're going to have to do 50 or 60 sessions to make up the sessions. You're just killing yourself before and after the holiday. So it's, again, no incentive to go on holidays and enjoy yourself and enjoy the lifestyle, which is what I'm super passionate about and what I help my clients with, is having the leverage, the lifestyle, and the profit, all three pillars. So that's essentially what usually happens. So let me go through how to actually make the transition or make the change so you're able to take holidays and still get paid. Now, the key is a hybrid model. So you're still trading time for money. You're still charging for that. I understand that. A lot of personal trainers still need to do that, which is fine. But you're also going to charge a premium on top for the program design, which you should be updating every month or so. The accountability behind the scenes, and the additional support required to get them the results that they want. Okay. because you can do everything in the session, but all the other stuff you're doing outside of the session, most trainers are not getting paid for that, which you should be. So for example, if you're charging $70 for 45 minutes of training, which is great, that's fine. Perhaps you should be charging an extra 20, 25, $30 a week for the other stuff that you do on top of that, meaning your $70 now becomes $90, $95 per week. So instantly, the first benefit is the average cost of your services go up 20, $30 a week. And guess what? If you've got 20 clients, that's an extra $600 a week just by doing that. That's an extra $31,000 a year just by doing that, an extra $30 a week, which you're already doing the work for. You're just not charging for it. And some trainers will be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to give them a free program. It takes them an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to make it every single month. Why are you not charging for that? And you're charging 70 for 45 minutes, so your hourly rate is whatever it is, $100 an hour, as an example. So you got to think about this stuff. So you got to make a hybrid model. Hybrid model essentially just means you're charging for the trading time for money plus stuff on top, but you're packaging it together. So you're not saying it costs 70 for the session plus $30 a week for the online side of it. You're saying, cool, we do hybrid coaching, we do the programming, the nutrition, and your face-to-face sessions. It's $95 a week per session, for example. Or you might do, let's say that 70 for the PT sessions, but they do 2 sessions, so 70 times 2, plus 30 for the online coaching. So 170 instead of 140. Okay, this is all the stuff I help my clients with every single day. Okay, so the first thing is develop a hybrid model. So now what happens when you're going away? What happens is, cool, they're already using your app, for example, or they've already got their training program. You're still keeping them accountable behind the scenes. They're still doing the check-in form, et cetera, et cetera. So when you go away, you say, cool, look, we can do makeup sessions if you want, but otherwise we just drop you down to our online coaching, which is 55. So the key here is you don't just drop it down to 30, which is what they're paying for on top of the face-to-face session. That's only on top of. If they're just going to do the online coaching, it might go down to $50 a week, $55 a week, if they're paying like 70 for the face-to-face session. That part you need to work out specifically and tailor make to suit the client. But you don't drop it down from like 95 just to 30. You drop it from like 95 down to like 55, 60, 70. It's just a small drop because they still want to be paying you don't want to get 10% of your income. Okay, you still want to get a decent amount of your income while you're traveling. Plus, you're going to be doing more like check-ins while you're away and stuff as well. Okay, so by the way, you're still going to need to do some work to obviously justify this, right? You can't just sip cocktails for a month and expect clients to keep paying while you're doing absolutely nothing at all. You've still got to be able to check in with these clients, and you can check in with clients at the pool. Boom, 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 boom. Check in with them at the pool. Check in with them at the beach. And that's the whole point of the online business, right? So all of a sudden, if you're doing 40 sessions, charging 70, you are making $2,800 per week. Now, all of a sudden, your average spend is 95. Now you're making $3,800 per week. But let's say, okay, cool, 40 sessions, let's say the 40 clients in this example. Let's just do 30 because some people do 2 sessions instead of 1. 30 clients and they pay $55 a week. You're still going to get paid $1,600 a week instead of 0 by doing this. This is at $55 a week. Okay. So yes, you obviously have a little bit of a drop. And if you really want to, you could have a more premium online coaching aspect. If you really want to do a little bit more work, you could probably still charge the same amount. Personal preference. But this is what I'm doing. This is what I've done in the past. So how much better is that, right? Instead of earning 0, you're now going to earn $1,600, $1,700 a week while you're traveling. Okay. Clients are still happy. They're still getting results. They're still following the program. And then you might even find some of those face-to-face clients might actually just continue online because it's a bit cheaper. They don't need you as much and you get more time. It's a win-win for everyone. So this is what you do. That's exactly how you do it. And I've been doing this with all my clients and myself. And it's the reason why I'm still able to travel, do whatever I want. I'm not trading time for money. And it's a luxurious life. I get to choose what I do. Now, I do work a lot still, but I'm choosing to work a lot. I don't need to. Okay. Um, Now, the next thing, if you want your business to grow or your business to still operate properly while you're away, you need a team. There's no other way about it. You need to have a team, whether it's if you're a face-to-face trainer and you might get someone else to take your sessions. And this is just an option. I'm not saying this is what you should do. This is just an option if you want to earn the same amount. Let's just do the example of 40 sessions. It says 70 per session, so 2,800. Now, you might have another trainer that can take these sessions. Let's just say they're doing 40 sessions, then you're going to pay them 40 an hour. So you get $20 per session. You're going to passively make 50 per session. So you're going to have to pay them 800, and then you're going to make 2K. So yes, you're going to make slightly more money, an extra $300, but you're getting someone else to train your clients. You're going to have to train the person to, on your skills, your systems, etc. Not so much your skills, but your systems. You're going to have to get the clients to like them. It's a lot more work. Okay. Especially if you're only going to do it for while you're away. So for me personally, I would suggest putting people into the online model, only because you want your profitability to be high, right? The other thing as well, which I didn't think of until right now, is you could probably pause the rent while you're away as well. So instantly, you're still going to be making money, but you're going to be saving, $300 a week in rent that you're not paying for while you're traveling as well. So even better, you're going to make $1,600 a week, but then you're going to save $300 a week on the rent. So you're actually realistically going to be almost making 2K a week instead of 2,800. So it's even better to do it this way. Now, if you're an online trainer, even better, business as usual, except you're still going to need to do the lead gen. But the good news is, when you're an online trainer and you're traveling, you get to make more content that shows your lifestyle as an online trainer. Very good opportunity to make more content while you're traveling. Okay. Hope this is making sense so far, team. I hope I'm providing a good amount of value here. Now, if you do want to outsource some of these things to help you grow the business, a couple of things or a couple ideas for you. And this is what I do. I have two virtual assistants. One virtual assistant does my social media for me. I was not posting any social media content, except for some stories of me on the beach and sipping cocktails and whatnot when I was in Fiji. I posted none of the business stuff. The VA did all that for me. Okay. The VA did all the editing, content creation. Majority of that was done by her. I still did a little bit, just a disclaimer there. I did some of the content creation. The VA did the editing for me. My other VA does lead generation for me, finds leads on social media, starts conversations with them. I take over the conversation from there. So I can just do that by the pool. Okay? Super, super easy. That's not rocket science. Now, the other thing, sales calls or discovery calls, consultations, whatever you want to call it. I'm lucky enough that I've got a salesperson, Jason, absolute superstar, as part of my team. But you might not have that at this stage. But the good thing is, as an online trainer or face-to-face trainer, you can take consultations over Zoom or over the phone. Okay, that can be done yourself. If you want to completely switch off, you're just going to have to either hire a salesperson or update your calendar so people can't book in until you get back from your holiday. But there's pros and cons to everything. The drawback is they're going to lose the impulse about wanting to get started with you straight away. So there's pros and cons to everything, but if you really wanted to, you're only one skill set away or one conversation, perhaps with me, away from being able to go on holidays and still get paid. As my example before, a trainer that I just talked to would have been losing $2,800 a week by traveling. Now, because we're working together now, he's going to be making at least $1,600 per week while traveling. Now, he's not going to be traveling forever, of course. It's just like a couple of weeks every 6 months or so. So he's still going to be building the face-to-face as well. But he's got the option now where he can move people onto an online model So clients get better results. He can still earn money while traveling, and he's got an option for people for when they get back to just continue online or go back to face to face. Because most personal trainers, keyword most, some personal trainers want to be on the gym floor, forever, which is fine. But most of them don't want to be on the gym floor forever. They want more flexibility. They want to just do like 20 sessions a week and the rest of the people online. So be super purposeful with this type of stuff. Like long term, what do you want to do long term? How are you going to have the lifestyle that you want? Because there's nothing worse. And I've been here, I've done, 60, 70, 80 sessions a week. It's not fun, in my opinion. Um, like it was just friggin' hectic. And I don't want that lifestyle. Now you guys might want that lifestyle, but for most of us, we don't want that lifestyle. So you need to have a hybrid coaching model. You're not just trading time for money. Make sure you're charging for the programming, the nutrition guidance, the check-ins behind the scene, the analysis, making sure you charge for that stuff. And then, of course, be confident. Say, hey, look, you can either do makeup sessions or we do the online coaching model. Which one would you prefer? So you don't have clients pausing while you're away. It just doesn't happen. It's not an option. The boundary is set. You don't pause while you're away. And same thing goes for when your clients are traveling as well. Like this, they still need the accountability while they're traveling. Yes, they're not going to be able to train as much or do too much stuff, but you should still be keeping them accountable. So that's maybe a topic for another episode. But I hope that was valuable for you, team. I'm super happy to be back. I'm sure you guys saw a lot of my photos from Fiji. So yeah, super keen to do some more travel this year. We're going to Queenstown in July for some snowboarding, which is friggin' epic. And then we're going to Japan in January or February next year. So super pumped, super grateful for you guys. In fact, I actually joined a new gym today, and I actually ran into someone that was listening to the podcast. So how friggin' epic's that? So again, the only way the podcast grows is if you share it with other people. So send me a DM if you like this episode and share it with a friend. And I'll see you on the other side in the next episode. Peace out. Banaka. Bye-bye.